Here's 2002 Buick Rendezvous body computer replacement. Doesn't seem to be anything on YouTube. Its ugly cousin, the Aztec, is slightly different, so I thought it's time for a video. My first. So, had to pull the center console. Didn't know if I had to pull out this section or not. You'll recognize where this is. This is sitting in my back seat. These are all T something small torques. Couple of these were inside the cup holder areas, and on the left hand side, that area where your cell phone goes, there's a thing that pulls up. Pulled the cigarette lighters just to squeeze in a pull. Big thing then was I went up and on the side back when this is in the front of the vehicle, disconnect this guy. It's a rotating purple thingy that locked it for the electrical. That lets this whole thing come free. There's then a 7mm bolt that was right up here under the radio area, and a 7mm bolt on this side up a ways underneath the radio area. Nothing else held it in. What's different is the video for the Aztec, guy did a nice one, shows that he had a 10mm underneath the carpet screw. That is not true. There was a screw in actually in the side, on both sides. In order to get to that, I took out my seats. Instead of screwing around, there's no clearance when this is in location. You can't get in here. Maybe you can, but you're going to screw around for so long. The seat comes loose with 2 or 4 18mm bolts. You can see I've got it unbolted. And both seats had to be pulled. Then the whole thing just slides backwards. Excuse the dirt. You can see where that mounts. Oh, that screw us right into here, and on the other side. Then, when you get up to the body computer, this is what's different on this compared to the Aztec 2. The Aztec video shows the Aztec shows how you get this free. There's a pair of 7mm bolts that hold, there's a white and a black, basically the junction blocks that hook on the back of the computer, or the fuse block. Once you get this out, there's a locking mechanism, slides up, releases, put the computer back on, slide it back down. You get these out. These are relatively simple, a blue screw. This one, there was a white clip on the bottom. I had to use a screwdriver to release. At the same time, I pulled the blue clip at the top. Not too bad. What's different is in order to get this thing out, yeah, see this? I don't know what this is. It's a mount of something for heating or something. It's in the way. And you can see, how is this going to slide out? Because the computer comes out this way. Pain in the patooski. I tried loosening all the mounting screws. There were 4 little 7mm screws. Tried to push this up. Nothing. That didn't help at all. What I ended up doing was just grabbing this whole assembly, pulling and twisting, because this thing is somewhat loose. Maybe a guy could get back here and squeeze and release this. And I was able to just deform this enough that I was able to pull the computer through and with the fuse block, and it came out as one big assembly. That's about it so far. Once I get it in and programmed, I've got a cheap Tech 2. I might do a video on actually the Tech 2 programming later. I wasn't able to get the computer to slide back in because the fuse block itself, the clip on the sides, has to go into here and here. And with the clearance problem at the top, I wasn't able to line everything up. So I looked behind there and I actually took a screwdriver and was able to just pry on here on this side, and there's a second one on the other side. There's 2 that hold this whole assembly in. Now you can see I've got it free. There's a nubby. There's a third point, a nubby at the top. When I slide it back in, I'll have to line up. Didn't do anything with the bottom. Don't know how it's attached under the carpet. I feel a bolt right there. Maybe I need to pull that bolt. All right, we're gonna pull that bolt too. 10mm bolt, just use the socket and extension. Right down here, behind the carpet. Now, we can position the computer so we should be able to slide it back in. Also noticed back in the day there were 2 other screws here apparently that I pulled out way back in the beginning. See, I wasn't able to actually pull this out. It was kind of stuck on the carpet, but by twisting it, here, that's pretty much horizontal with the camera. So by twisting it here, I was able to slide it, line that up, and this now will slide back. The computer will slide back the fuse block. With the alignment, just have to go until it clips on both sides.